Yeah. Here we go. It's great to see you. So my fantastic guest today is Pink Bella Aloha, who is a Galactic channel. And I don't have your bio.
That's okay. I can share some things.
You freaking awesome.
I can share some things if you want.
Yes. Introduce yourself. What are you up to?
Hello, everyone. Oh, I don't. Okay, and in a minute I'll pull the live up too. So I can't see everyone right now, but hello, everyone. Most of you know me. Julie and I have been doing a regular show for like the last 2 months. I'm super excited to spend time with her today. Yes, I'm a Galactic Akashic Record Guide Liaison. They are a copy of the records off planet, far away from Earth, to do with many galaxies, many universes. So they're a little bit of a higher perspective. So they're not involved in the day-to-day craziness here on Earth, but they can give us a higher perspective. I also work with the dragons. I like to look at world events. I help everyone clarify their mission, their starseed origins. And dragons are huge. I can see dragons are starting to connect with so many people right now, which is super cool. And what was I going to share? I'm going to share this at the end anyway, but I have a monthly membership where I deep dive twice a month. I think we're going to look at this today anyway. July 4th is huge. It's not just huge for the US this year because it's 250 years, but it's huge in general. It seems to be a marker for the entire planet of a shift into a new timeline. So I'm doing an extra bonus deep dive with my membership tomorrow, July 2nd. So you all can, if you want to join, just email me and I'll send you the link. That's my spiel.
That's amazing. And the chat is saying, we know Pink Bella.
That's right. That's right. We all know. I just like to see who's here. So I'm just going to pull up the video just so I can see the chat.
So we've got Brinja the Valkyrie, we've got Wizard Witkiss, Mr. Rainbow Flame, we've got Kelly, Iron Bear, Jojo, and we've got Kat in the chat.
Hey.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
There, I turned the volume down, sorry.
Okay. So all good. Yeah, so 4th of July. So today's the 1st of July, and tomorrow I'm having to go back down to base's headquarters.
So is that where you were? So you're going back down there for a day?
I'm back down there because one of the speakers left a suitcase in a taxi. And that's made its way back to Bristol. So I'm traveling 4 hours on the train to get to Bristol to go and try and recover a suitcase. Then I'm going to travel another 2 hours to take it back to Miles at Bases. And I'm going to stay at his house for a night, which means I get to go on the Rife machine again, which is really cool. Yeah. And then I'll come back on Friday. So why am I being called back to Bases? Why do you think that?
I think you're being called to do grid work. You're being called to like go up and do grid work. I would take the dragons with you and just light everything up. And you know what I love about train rides in the UK? It's like a fabulous Harry Potter adventure. Like I always meet the most amazing people. So you're being called. I feel like there's going to be something awesome. You're going to meet somebody awesome and some kind of portal is going to open for you.
Okay. Yeah. I travel down through Wales is how I get there. So I go from Merseyside right down through Wales, and then I cross over back into England and then travel across. So I'm hitting 2 countries at the same time.
You are, and I just got my God bumps. So today, July 1st, is Canada Day for everybody who doesn't know. And also, it would have been Princess Diana's birthday. And wasn't she Princess of Wales? Wasn't she Princess of Wales?
Oh, that's so true. Oh, yes.
So we're supposed to look at if there's a message from her today as well. But let me just pull a card or two for you because that's what I feel like. And you're going on an adventure. You're going on a grid work.
I just got back.
In search of a magical suitcase. Yeah. It might have a magical wand in it.
You know what it might have inside is alien artifacts.
Yes.
Right? It really will. Yeah.
Oh, like for sure?
Yeah.
Oh, so see, you are being sent out on a very galactic mission to escort. To escort it's very that's why you've been selected. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so we got 6 of Pentacles. That's you going to retrieve the energy and bringing it back to Miles. You also got Queen of Pentacles. It's going to open up abundance for you.
Okay, good, good.
So
Yeah.
you're either going to meet somebody or you're going to set
Yeah.
intentions before you go that you're out doing grid work with the
Well,
dragons and that all of that comes
yeah.
back to you.
My
Um,
expenses are being covered for the trip, so that's
yeah,
really good. Yeah.
I was told this by my new team last year. All of us doing grid work, we are going to be compensated for it,
Yeah.
big time,
Okay.
right? So yeah, so that's what this is about. So you just say to the universe, I'm going to do this amazing mission, and I expect A, B, and C to be returned to me ASAP. Okay. And then we have the death card, which is it's not death, it's like it's the end, it's a transition, right?
Like a
So
new
I feel like
beginning. Yeah.
yes, and yes, yes,
Well, I
yes.
feel like over the last couple of days, my mind has come back. And because I had that foot surgery like a year ago, it's
Yes.
taken me a long time to recover. But my analytical brain has now come back online. And that only happened like 36 hours ago.
So Mercury went retrograde 36 hours ago, and I'm
Oh,
wondering if you came in on a Mercury retrograde. So this is what I've learned. When we
okay.
look at our base chart, which doesn't mean a whole lot to a lot of people, but if you look at your original chart, everyone, we all came
Yeah.
in usually with a retrograde or two. And what I found out with people who come in on a Mercury retrograde,
Ah,
you feel better when Mercury is retrograde. The rest
okay.
of us, like my neural pathways, don't like it. Because my sun sign is Mercury and so is my rising sign. So it takes
Right.
me like 36 hours to get it
Okay.
back to stay. But you are back online, which is super interesting.
Yeah. So I'm a Scorpio with a Taurus moon.
Ooh, look at so that death card was you. That's Scorpio energy.
Okay.
So
Okay,
yeah,
good.
that's just confirming
I am the death.
absolutely. Now you can get all excited about your adventure because you can put your little
Yeah.
galactic hat going, I'm going on my
Well, I
mission.
literally have a galactic hat. It's Sean Bond gave me one of these
Oh,
hats.
yay. I love that.
So yeah, and I think it's just bringing prosperity. I think it does. Yeah.
When we that's why I often just leave and go out and do grid work in my area or go somewhere. When we leave our everything behind, leave our laptop and everything behind,
Yeah.
we can go out and focus on what we're doing, and it literally will open up abundance for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think maybe a lot of people who do grid work out there, maybe you all didn't know that. I didn't know that till last year. Like
Yeah.
my new team was livid that I've been doing grid work in the city for 7 years, and like, where is the compensation?
Right.
So they sent that right back to source and like
Yeah.
that, yeah. And then to share with all of them, we all
That's
have
so
been doing grid.
true.
We have
Because
all been doing grid work for
yeah,
years, and no one's ever shared with us that that is actually like source work.
yeah, because I used to do Mind Body Spirit first, and I used to do like 2 every month for the last say
Yes.
5 years. I used to travel all over the UK, and I would never make a profit.
So you know what? So you figure out how much even one trip, how much you felt you should
Yeah.
be compensated for that.
Yeah.
Calculate up the whole amount and put that request into the universe as you're going out on this trip.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Retroactive.
Yeah.
Everyone, all of us who've been doing grid work,
Yeah.
we're retrieving our resources back now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I was like you, I was just doing it for the
Yeah.
goodness of my heart.
Yeah, because I used to go and do talks, and I do talks
Yes.
about crystals and ascension. I saw that as my service work, my priestessing work.
Yes.
And then I would never sell anything on my stall, or I'd hardly get any therapies. But I was happy because I did my priestessing service work,
Yes.
and now I'm like, no, I need the money now.
Yeah,
and I need the money. Yeah.
So you might have, there's so many of us that have these contracts where we've done this work in other lifetimes and we haven't accepted anything. So if you think about times like in Atlantis or Lemuria, we wouldn't have needed to be paid. There was no such thing as money. So, and the crazy thing is when I first started doing my training around this work, I did a really deep clearing around soul contracts around that. And I still had to do layers of it every year because there seems to be like we get to a point, we'll get to a limit, and then that will rear its ugly head and come back and go, remember you made this promise, la la la. It's like, no, but that's not the real world.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're living in the world that actually needs money in this world.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can also put an invoice back in for all of that too.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm gonna build.
They're all going, no, pink fella, no, it's time though. No, it's time though. Like we're because and that's why I want to look at July 4th, because I looked at it just on a live on my channel too, and I keep getting it's the ending of all of us suffering.
Yeah.
And it's the beginning of the financial blessings coming back to everybody on earth.
Yeah.
But of course, it's going to be gradual. It's going to be country by country. It's going to be also dependent on where people are vibrationally, where people are logically, right?
Okay.
So it's probably, we're Mercury retrograde for 3 weeks, which means it's a great time to do cleanup and shadow work and delete those contracts. So so many of us doing this work, like some people, it appears that they're doing well, but I always know, like if they're online, like 90% of the time, no, they're not doing well at all. So it's all like just like show, it's just show. But there are so many levels to the agreements. Like we've been harmed so many times in so many lifetimes for doing our work. So the fact that we even get out there and speak and come online and do this work is a miracle in itself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So everyone be brave.
Yeah.
Whatever your mission is. I think I posted something the other day. I don't know if you saw it. Somebody had made this meme of an alien trying to leave the planet. Tried to get on a ship to go back to the Galactic Federation, like didn't want to be here anymore. And at the gate, it was like, we're sorry, you have an agreement for your soul mission and you haven't completed it yet. Access denied. Like, it was so funny. It was funny, but sad.
Yeah. I used to want to try and get off the planet. That used to be my thing. And then when you realize you're ground crew, you're here for a reason, then you've got to change your perspective on that and come to terms with it. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Every single one of us, this is a good topic. Every single one of us is a starseed and light worker. We go through this bliss of awakening. Then we realize like it's even harder. We're doing a double, triple mission. It's even harder for us to be here because we have to pretend to be normal, but we know so many things. And then we all want off the planet. Like when 3i Atlas came in the atmosphere last year, everyone's going, hey, here we are. Come get us. And they're like, sorry, we're neutral. We're not doing that. So anyway, that's it. Everyone, if you want off the planet, you have to, that's exactly it. You have to just go, I'm here on a mission. Believe it or not, we are lucky to be here because so many souls wanted to come and they have not been able to get in. Believe it or not.
We've got a couple of Canadians in the chat. So we've got Nathan Fox, and he's saying Canada specifically introduced some financial cost of living rebates recently.
Yes.
And and Fearlessly Phoenix Things also in Canada. It says, so true. I love it. Put in the invoice. It's due to be paid.
Yep. And so does Nathan, do you have a question about those cost of living rebates? Because I'm leery about anything that any of the governments do right now. I feel like so this is the thing. If it benefits someone, like if that person needs it and they get that source money coming in, that's fine. But I feel like it's a band-aid. Because honestly, like everywhere else on the planet, why don't you just lower the cost of food and cost of living, and then we don't need the rebates, right? We don't need the rebates, so that we don't. I'm leery because I don't like that they make people reliant on that.
Yeah, I agree.
When they could just like cut the cost of food costs and all sorts of things. Yeah, but Nathan, let me know. Have you applied for it? I'm not judgmental about it at all because I in the past have received funding, from that source, and I get it. But I also don't like that there's so many people, just like in England, in Europe, everywhere, so many people are suffering right now.
Yeah.
Just from the cost of living alone, right?
Yeah. It's got ridiculous. I went to the shop like yesterday, and for £18, I'm looking at this small bag of food.
I know.
That would have been like £8 a couple of years ago. That was just ridiculous. Yeah.
I know. It's shocking how expensive everything has gotten. And of course the recommendation is, well, grow your own food. Well, most people don't have that capacity. They don't have the space. They don't have, like on my balcony, I have a balcony. It's so windy. I can't even keep a chair out there.
Yeah.
There's no growing food outside. Yeah.
I keep saying I could probably grow mushrooms here. This apartment is so hot and muggy. It's so gross. The temperature's dropped a little bit, but I've got a cooler next to me that I'll have to switch on in a bit. But then it's noisy.
That's okay.
Flix Love is in the Netherlands, and she's saying free energy is the best starting point. Then after a while, food prices, where's it gone? Food prices will drop, travel, transport, etc. So creativity can flow. I think she's saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just ask right away, like if July 4th is going to be this pivot point for us to start to receive our abundance as a global family.
Yeah.
Let's look at that. Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of calms that day. I don't feel there's going to be anything like earth shattering, but let's just see. Oh, see, we got the Queen of Pentacles right away. So it is literally going to be the marker for the rest of us. It's not, so it's 250-year birthday for the US, and they're making a big deal about it. So everyone don't get wrapped up in like the celebrations and how much money they're spending and all of that, because there's actually going to be a lot of calms. I probably won't listen to it, but I'm gonna like research it afterwards
Yeah.
because there's gonna be a lot of comms for us around this. There's gonna be information, numbers, wording about what's coming. And it is like the finale of wrapping up 250 years of the evolution of the US and the planet. And then it's going to be the beginning of what's actually coming for all of us. Okay. And it's just in a couple of days. It's on Saturday.
Yeah.
We have the Emperor. So this is like one of my white hat good military alliance cards. So they're absolutely managing the events. I was getting those of you living in the US, try not to be at huge events. Like don't go be in Times Square. Like what? Like go somewhere else where you can have fun and watch the fireworks with friends, etc. But don't try not to be in the huge crowds because that's usually where the crazy stuff happens. So just know they're managing it all as best they can. But that's the only advice I can give you. Definitely celebrate. We all should celebrate because the joy is going to actually flip the switch, right?
Okay.
And some people are dinosaurs. Some people are kind of anxious around that date, like they're anxious around what might happen. Again, like just what I shared with you. I actually have two experiences. I was in New York for July 4th many years ago, as well in Manhattan, as well as in California outside of LA. Both times we were diverted from large crowds by weather.
Wow.
So we ended up watching the fireworks, having a nice meal in a quiet location. You know what? That was way more fun. I don't like to be around millions of people. Like
Yeah.
it's suffocating you. You just don't know what's going on. So don't be anxious, everyone. Yes, there's always the galactic light and dark thing going on, but just take care of yourself and your family. Spend it with friends. Watch the fireworks, on TV. I'm going to do that. I actually like, even when I was in New York, we had the best view of all the fireworks all around the country because all the news feeds. Who knows? Maybe we'll see UFOs.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
There might be a real light show at the White House. There might be some ships that show up.
There's a question from Jo. She's in the UK, and she's
Yeah.
asking, will the retirement age in the UK go back to 60? It's currently 67 and rising.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
I think they raised it here in Canada too. I think they raised it from 60 to 65.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out. That's horrible, Jo. Thanks. That's a great question. Yeah. Okay, we got the Emperor again. So again, the White Hat Galactic Alliance teams are working on everything that's squeezing humanity, including in the UK. The military is everywhere right now, the good military. And they're not dressed in military outfits. They're dressed in like every day, but we probably could spot them. They're probably all still driving like black sedans and that kind of thing. They're not very, they're pretty, they stand out, but they're going to be not, they're around, even though it looks horrific. Okay, so this is like the Vatican. It came in upside down. So those amendments, those laws were created by the cabal. They were not created, like the government is not our friends, everyone. I wish that they were, but right now they're not. And you guys just recently had your PM resigned, right?
Yeah, there was something, I don't really follow what's going on, but there's something about somebody from the north trying to, this is quite interesting actually, because he was making a number 10 north. But this means that they're taking away the decision making from London to the north. Now, is that even possible? Because London is its own country, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is.
So
and
is that possible? Or
it could be something connected to London being taken offline because of the fact that it's like connected to like the Vatican's its own city. It's like Washington, D.C. And I'm getting a headache about it. Now, it's interesting about number 10 Downing Street because there's all this, for the last 10 years, there's been this amazing cat. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I don't know.
He's outlived he's outlived 6 prime ministers.
Oh, wow.
He's top cat security. It's hilarious. People travel all over the world to take photos of him and he walks in and out of it's amazing.
I think he's an alien.
He is. He's probably part of the alliance that's in charge saying, hey, I got it all under control. So I'm not too sure. Yeah. So maybe someone in the chat, if you know the actual story. I do know your prime minister resigned recently, like at the end of the last week in June.
Okay.
And because there were lots of stories going, is Canada going to be next? Is Australia going to be next? And so let us all know if there's talk of an election and what's happening right now. Apparently there's going to be some kind of turnaround in 3 weeks. Yes, Larry the Cat. I love it. Guys, go all look him up. He's like, I follow him on Instagram. It's hilarious.
But if they're taking the decision making out of London City, then that means there's a massive shift in control, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And let's ask about that, because I feel like it's all sort of combined. I feel like it's like DC, all the main areas, even Ottawa. So DC, Ottawa, London, and the Vatican. Like those are all the major centers that have been involved. And those are just 4. There's tons of other ones. But let's just see, like, let's look at this month, August and September, if there's going to be a big shift about where the power is. Okay, yeah, we got Wheel of Fortune, which is fast movement, fast change in direction, and clarification. Yeah, it's to do with the financial, the finances, the abundance, how the money's flowing, and it's also to do with how it was set up in the past. So swords are about words and documents. So it would be about how London was set up, how, like, illegally. Like everything that set London up and the Vatican, everything was illegal, and it was to do with the money, the gold, to control society. So
I remember that when the Queen was passing, that there was another grid work who said that they went down there because the City of London, or the country of London, had been set up with seal systems in place. So when the Queen passed away, the seals broke, and they had to quickly rebuild seals so that they could loose the energy from the mourners. So are they going to do that in Manchester? There is a big deep underground military base under Manchester, under the Trafford Centre, I think.
There's some, okay, we'll go to Manchester. There's something to that, because I'm getting my head pressure, which is the dark ETs. Okay. So I'm hearing that, like, in the next 3 months, energy is really going to start to shift. Information is going to come in. And this is about fire, lightning. So things are really going to start to pick up. And I feel it's going to really start to pick up after Mercury goes direct on the 23rd of July. And yeah, there's the potential for 2 centers in London. Okay. So I'm sorry, 2 centers in the UK, not.
Yeah.
I've got Mercury retro brain, everyone. So Julia's working with 150%, and I'm working with like 22.
Yeah. I always wonder why Mercury retrograde never really impacted me the way it did others. And I think I've learned about it, and I'm just like, I'm really focused right now.
Yeah, because you probably came in on a Mercury retrograde, so it's like three times a year you're working at 500%, which is good. Yeah. Let's look at you say Manchester?
Yeah, Manchester, and also Mr. Rainbow Flame is saying, don't forget Brussels, the London of Europe. Yes,
I've been to Brussels, and many, many years ago, before I even knew about my spider senses, and I felt the energy there was odd. That's all I remember. Like, I just remember little tidbits of some places that there wasn't much going on. It was like Brussels was very quiet, but I just remember feeling that something felt off. Yeah. And the food was terrible at the Vatican. Which was a telltale sign. They were they wanted to charge, like, I don't know, I guess, like, let's say €7. They wanted to charge €7 for bread to add to your meal that you didn't want anyway, and it was stale. Like, that's the kind of Okay, so Manchester. Manchester came in like that. So right now it's not online. So they're looking at it, like, you can see kind of there's 2 channels, right? So they're working at it to be another channel. Anything else about Manchester? Yeah, it could be up and running within 4 months.
So there is the maglev train network does run through Manchester, through Liverpool, past where I am here, over to Ireland, over to the USA. Right. Wow. So even if they're shifting over to Manchester, they're still in the thick of it, aren't they? Yeah.
Is that you mean like an energetic ley line?
Yeah, so it's the train networks, all the elites traveling around the world. They're still on a major train network underground.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, underground.
The elite train network. Yeah.
Wow. That makes sense, because because a lot of the major cities are built over the old cities, and there's still the underground tunnels and all the train tracks as well, right? Yeah. Why don't we even ask about the elites, like where they're at? Have the majority of them been arrested? Are they going to be arrested in the next? Like, I keep looking at, like, September and October is kind of a big time frame for all of us. So let's just even see whether or not where they're at right now. What's going on? We don't even have to name names, because they already know. We already know who they are. We got a big yes. It's Like, so a lot of them are being dealt with right now. When I looked at the weather patterns in Europe, we can look at this next year if you want. All the lightning and thunder that's happening in a lot of locations is forcing people to go inside.
Right.
So I looked at this like an hour ago, and even like the intense heat moving people inside, then the storms with the lightning moving people inside. So I looked at it an hour ago, and it was like they want people inside because they're doing roundups right now. They're doing cleanups and roundups. Okay. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So I would say like that would be like a message for the elites. So yes, they're being handled, and yes, a white hat operation is in progress. So can we have like a time frame, like September, October of this year, or what's the deal? We got the 8 of Wands. It's actually happening very quickly. Let me just have one more clarity card about that. Knight of Pentacles. So for us, it's going to just look like business as usual. For the time being, but the craziness that's going on to force people inside, they're literally arresting people and cleaning out tunnels and all sorts of things. My understanding too is a lot of the elites went and hid. They hid in their bunkers, and they're all over the place. So we should have some information within about 8 weeks, which would take us to September.
Okay. So in the chat, they were asking about CERN getting shut down. There's also about Lionsgate as well.
Yes. So yeah, let's look at CERN. CERN. So Julia, you might have some information about this. I don't feel that that's the only CERN. I feel like there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I have heard that there's more on the planet, but it's never come into my awareness, CERN, at all. So people are talking about it around me, and my guy's not letting me see it at all.
Okay, so it's a big, huge collider in Switzerland that caused all sorts of energy problems, portals, etc. Now, I know people who have lived in Switzerland who can't be there because of the energy. Wow. And also I know people who've had mental health breakdowns because of it as well. Like that's how much it affects the people in Switzerland who are awake. Yeah. So I looked at, it was shut down on the 29th. Now, when I looked at it, apparently it was shut down earlier, but they picked that day, the 29th, for a reason as a calm. So yeah, CERN is shut down. And let's just ask if there's any other information we need about it. When I looked at it a couple days ago, it was more like the technology is kind of worn down and old.
Ah, okay. So are they upgrading technology?
Yeah, let's ask if they're upgrading technology or if it's gone for good. We got the 8 of Wands again. That seems to be our big card today. Yeah. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. So it was causing, just see what I was sharing with you. It was causing a lot of distress, portals, entities, energy attacks, dark ETs to come in. We're going to feel a lot better. Yeah, it was shut off to help us all move into our higher frequency.
Okay.
So so it was shut off for a reason, and we're going to all feel even much better in about 8 days.
So Wizardwickers is saying the ice cube array, our neutrino detector in Antarctica, has run sometimes simultaneously with CERN. Do you know anything about that?
I don't, but we should look at it. Because when I looked at the Venezuela earthquakes, and then I looked at the weather where you are in Europe, funny business. Like today we're getting it's a white hat operation, and I feel like it's been taken over. But initially in the past, like even like the heat wave in Europe last summer, the summer before that, how hot it's been getting in Australia, like they came up with a new color for Australia. It gets so hot there now.
Oh, wow.
They came up with a brand new color on their map. Like, it's like, oh, it's so hot. We can't even, we telling everybody not even to go outside. And same with here. We had no water last year for 4 months, and I'm in a rainforest. So it's just like crazy stuff, right?
Wow.
When I looked at the Venezuela earthquakes, that was kind of the galactic battle intersected there. So it was a target from the dark ETs, and the Alliance did try to intervene. So the same thing happened with Acapulco last year as well. Like it was something that got taken out. So let's look at what did you call that again? What was it called?
So he was calling it the ice cube array, neutrino detector. But he's also saying that the same system in Antarctica is like HARP on steroids, and it's used for quantum communication for the off-world fleet.
I just got my God bump, so that's a yes. All that information is correct. And that, thank you for bringing that forward, because that's what I was given, that they were using some type of technology like HARP, but it wasn't HARP. So thank you for that. So yes, they have used it in the past. And so I've got the Ace of Cups, but I need some clarity about it, because how did we word this? Are they using it? Yes, they are using it. And it's Knight of Wands. So the alliance teams, the white hat teams, they know about it, and they are trying to shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just see if there's any clarity around that. Okay, we got Three of Wands. They're keeping an eye on it, and Page of Pentacles. So it's not shut down yet. Off-worlders are like the alliance teams are keeping an eye on it, like they're aware of it, and they're trying to kind of move in to shut it down. But Page of Pentacles, like, it's not like, oh yeah, it's done. They're working on it. Yeah. Thanks for that information, because that's what I was given the other day, that there's other technology that they're using. Yes.
Oh, and James is saying the first time they fired it up is when that earthquake happened in Christchurch in New Zealand.
Yes, it's terrible. That was a terrible one. Yeah. So we can look backwards now and see all these crazy events that we were told were just natural. Yeah. So thanks, James, for that. I didn't even know about that, but I know when it happened in Christchurch. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So probably in Turkey, probably the big earthquake in Turkey as well. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what they do. That's what the dark teams do. They say, oh, we're going to do this, and then they do it, and then they did, lots of innocent people are taken out. Yeah. Unfortunately. Where to next?
Has anyone got any questions? Pop them in the chat, and we can.
Did you say that there was something about You said there was something about Lionsgate?
Oh yes, yeah. What's the energy for Lionsgate, please?
Yeah, I think
I get hit quite bad on Lionsgate. It's a massive like shadow portal for me. It really is. Last year I just spent the entire 10-day period crying.
That's been me since the middle of June, since the sun went to Cancer.
And
I will cry every day
because I've got a trauma twin. I was getting visions of me and him just killing each other for days and days and days. Yeah.
So like, I used to look forward to it because it was so exciting. But then I've had crazy things happen too. I had an out of body experience in 2014, and I landed back on my body while I was walking, and I fractured my elbow. So that was on the Lionsgate. Lahaina was hit on the Lionsgate a few years ago. So that was the Lionsgate. And they wanted to mess all of us up that were connected to Lemuria in Hawaii. So it did mess me up for a couple of weeks, that's for sure. It's intense from the 7th of July until the middle of August. Lots of solar flares. We just got hit with an X-class flare, everyone. So I don't know about you, but I didn't sleep from 1 till 6 in the morning between Monday and Tuesday. Yeah,
I don't sleep that much at nighttime, but I do have naps in the day. For the last few days, I've needed 2 or 3 little naps in the day, which is not normal. Yeah.
There you go. So let's look at the energy. Yes. So for what? Yeah, this is the other thing about the Lionsgate. I feel like initially it was pretty good energy, and then the other teams knew we were all here, right? So let's start targeting the star season light workers around their portals, because they're open and they're receiving, and we can just slam them with a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. So I got 9 of Wands about the Lionsgate. Look at this poor wounded soldier going through shadow work, just been through enough. Yeah. If you're having a bad period around Lionsgate, do what Julia says, just hide out and don't do anything.
Yeah. You know what I did last year? I disconnected from my guide team. I told them all to get sacked, and I requested a new one. So and I just stayed in bed crying.
No, I did the same thing. Mine started in July, but I didn't realize a new team was coming in until August, until Lionsgate. Yeah, it was. So you know what? And I had a client yesterday. She's done the same thing recently.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a huge step in sovereignty, everyone, because any guys that we're working with right now should be like team members, should be supportive. They shouldn't be yakking to us all day. They should just say, we ask them a question, then they come in. They're respectful. So if any of you are working with guys that are your life is still like going in a loop, you need to do what Julie and I just did.
Yeah.
Fire them. Go back into your heart. Call in by a source, or whatever you want to call the universal energy. When you're ready. but just work directly
Yeah.
with that energy.
So
Okay.
it was that phrase of true benevolence with no conflicting agendas, right? A friend said that to me. And then
Yeah.
suddenly I realized Saint Germain, Merlin, all got their own agenda. Yeah. So I sacked them.
Because they're part of that spiritual matrix that we all need kind of
Yeah.
as training wheels. And then if we need something deeper, if we get into like a deeper area, they're not helpful. It's like my Andromedan team tried to come in first. Well, they're not on Earth. They haven't been on Earth. So they have actually no common sense whatsoever. I asked them one day, can you help me with this? And they're like, no. And I said, well, at least you're being honest with me. So I said, okay, move it on to another team, right?
So then I just try to focus on, okay, there's aspects of me that's Merlin, there's an aspect of me that's Saint Germain Guan Yin.
Yes.
Where are you? Get in here,
Yes.
Bring you in my ascended master versions. Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah. And I know that too. Like even when I call in the Arcturians, I know that they're just another aspect of like my Arcturian self. Okay.
Yeah. So
we're to stay in our heart, hydrate, drink lots of water. The weather could again be very intense through that time frame. There also is going to be like some military operations going on, alliance operations as well. So there could be some other kind of weird thing. So until I see everybody dancing in the streets like the third movie in Star Wars, when there's fireworks and we all know globally that we're free, we're not free yet, and we have to be on alert. And like that's what I mean. They pick these events, so try not to go to any big events for the Lionsgate. Try not to be like there was a big group that went to. Some groups take their people to the pyramids in Giza, and usually everyone gets sick.
Yeah. Joe's got a great question saying, are they going to announce this month the death of the King of England?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I shouldn't be so joyful. It's because it's part of the movie. We've been waiting for it for a long time. I don't want anyone to pass away, but apparently he's already gone.
Yeah. I can see that's a possibility for sure.
Because
if that red painting. What was the deal with that red painting?
Oh, it was all like it was satanic.
Yeah.
But not only that, if you watch him in public, he's super tiny and short. Like it doesn't even look like him at all anymore.
Okay.
And the other thing, since we can go way back to when President Trump was in office the first time. And okay, so that's a long time ago. That's 2016, right? So he went to visit all these dignitaries around the planet. Everyone thought he was being rude. But in actual fact, he was already giving out comms like these people are done. Like I'm giving them their walking papers, right? So he literally walked in front, like he was very rude.
He walked in front of the Queen, didn't he? Yeah, and that was a big sign.
We were all like, oh my goodness. Like even me back then, I was like, oh my God, he's so rude. But he was literally like signaling like it's over. And after that point, you rarely saw any of them with any of their crowns, or they all were basically they were all basically wearing human, like regular clothing with a couple of bangles, and that was it. But they never wore their authentic garb after that. And I don't know if anybody's in London, but I had heard like through the lockdowns that they basically boarded up Buckingham Palace and that it's still boarded up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that it's all just show. Like they have the guards and everything, but literally if you go there, most of the windows are boarded up, or they were for a long time.
Wow.
So this is like, unless people are there and they're on the ground taking images, we all just think, oh, okay, well, they just showed like, in front of the Buckingham Palace, so it must still be good.
Yeah.
Yes, what's happening with King Charles? Let's get some scoop. And for those of you I'm laughing, well, because we've got everybody on the money. We still have Queen Elizabeth on the money, right? Like it's the business as usual for the monarchy in Canada. All the regular people that are asleep, they still think the monarchy is the best thing ever. What do you think it's like in the UK, Julia?
What do I think it's like out here?
No, like what do you think? How do you think like the popularity of the monarchy is in the UK?
They're not popular at all.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
I don't consider them to be anything at all. I think out of my friends, I think there's one person who's a royalist. Everybody else is just over it, to be honest. I don't know.
That's good. Okay, well, we've got the first card I pulled about them is the Devil card. So that's just to confirm right away what that energy is all about. Then we have the Five of Swords, and it came in upside down. So it's been a big part of the story, part of the battle, that announcement is coming soon. So I'm just going to ask if it's coming this summer. I was expecting something in June, actually. So let's see. That's going to be a big calm to all of us when they announce that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if he does if he does go, is that going to impact the monarchy seals that we have on the body?
Yeah.
Or is it going to break down that seal?
Yeah, I just got my God bumps. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So right now they're saying they can't give us a date. We got the Two of Swords. There's no particular date, but there's going to be a big celebration once it's all over because it's going to bring forward so much information for your country, for everyone around the world, because there's so much energy connected to that monarchy. You know what else flew out of the deck? Queen of Pentacles. So that's going to be a big signal about the new financial whatever program that we're going to for the world. Now that keeps changing. It's still going to happen because there's almost 200 different countries and currencies on the planet. It's a huge, massive operation. Like they can't just shut everything down and then flip it. Oh, okay, everyone, we're flipping over to here and everybody in the whole planet, but they have to do it like piece by piece. But the information for England and around the monarchy is a huge piece of the operation. So when that happens, it will be the Three of Cups, because they're basically saying like that's 80%. We're 80% there then.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the other thing that happened yesterday was the MK Ultra hearing.
Yes.
Yeah, I did start to watch some of it, but I found it very heavy for me personally. And I don't think they're really giving away the fact that it's still ongoing. I shouldn't laugh. But
no, I know.
We're still being tortured. We're still in these programs. They're still using MK Ultra on us. So yeah.
I think the part of the hearings, because they got canceled before, is just to bring the information out, like MK Ultra 101, to let people understand again, like that it was real, even though there's been like multiple movies and documentaries and people are still like, it's not part of my life. I don't want to know about it. So what was your question?
Yeah. Is it going to have an impact on the population? Are they going to let us know that it's still ongoing, that like it's leading to the special access programs like SSP?
Yeah, it's I'm feeling the pressure, but I'm not feeling the pressure like I was when we just asked about the king. So that means like the energy around the monarchy there's still energy kind of protecting that scenario for now. So the energy that's around MK Ultra, it's still there. It's still in process, but it seems to be like leaning off now. So let's just ask about MK Ultra. What do we need to know? Yeah. Ace of Swords. So yeah, it's still in process. It's still part of the battle. It's a big calm too, because Swords is about words and information. So it's a big piece of information to land for the collective. And the thing with the collective is that the Alliance is always measuring is like, we can handle it, but even you were finding it heavy, right? So we can handle these pieces of information, but then we have these filters that will shut down because it's too much. So I think like even the word MK Ultra is a code word, an activation word. And so those people that want to know more about it will watch and pay attention, and others business as usual. Like they won't even have any clue. Yeah.
They mentioned MK Naomi, and I wasn't familiar with that project.
Me neither.
But it's just another from like the 1960s, another like offshoot program or something.
Did they say that they shut down MK Ultra and then they just reopened it as MK Naomi?
I'm not sure if it was just a different branch or whatever. Jason might know because he was watching it. He says it was Jason. A lot of confirmation of stuff we all suspected.
Yes. So that's basically what the hearings are doing. Like that's same with the UFO and the UAP hearings too. Like they're just confirming. So that those hearings are for the world.
I'm getting stabbed in the eye as we talk about this.
Okay. So we won't say it anymore. So those hearings are for the whole world. So that and basically like it was a source demand that information needs to come out, and also from the Alliance teams, because they have to keep dropping all the pieces so that the people who are trying to put their heads in the sand about everything, something's going to stick to everyone. about something. Some people are like still on about the Epstein files. Others are like MK Ultra. Others are, because a lot of the stuff started in the 60s and earlier, right? Earlier.
Yeah.
So yes, we got two aces, so it will impact the collective.
Yeah.
It will impact the collective. Yeah.
Yeah. The strange thing about MK Ultra is that because I've created the Breakaway Oracle, and we do talk about that. MK Ultra has got two different processes. One was like traditional process, which is very bad torture and everything, and then there was a slightly kinder one from the late 1980s 1990s onwards. But I didn't get triggered writing about it. I got triggered writing about other things that you'd think were just really normal. So I was able to write about MK Ultra, but today I've been writing about targeting and targeting patterns and programs and things, and that has been quite hard today.
Yeah, I can feel it in your my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. But I think so. The other interesting thing about Mercury retrograde in Cancer, the energy Cancer, is a water sign. We're gonna we're gonna be emotional for the next couple of weeks, and it just has to come up and out. So it's okay that you're processing it, because it's just going to make you lighter and brighter anyway. So but I can feel that you're feeling it, and there's going to be others are feeling it too. So I thought it's so weird because I thought it was next Tuesday. Like I remember thinking, oh, it's next Tuesday. I didn't even pay attention to it. Yeah. So I know that it's another big hot topic that the other beings that had the information didn't want to come out, because they don't want it to be known, because once it's all out there, then there's so many things for us to jump up and down about. So everyone's going to be sort of picking their battles and their information, and it's part of the exposure of everything.
So Mr. Rainbow Flame says, is the 15,000 years loop being broken up so we can get on that golden timeline?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Oh, this brings us into that Renaissance timeline.
Yeah. I like that. Back to simpler times when we could just listen to music, look at art, and have high tea.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Tan who said that, but somebody said it in the morning chat. I'm getting quite a lot of talks incoming now off these topics.
Yes. Okay, so we have just asking about it. We have the 5 of Cups. So it's like they're pointing me back to July 4th. We're ending a big piece of the timeline. The reason the US is like sort of like the lone wolf out in front of the pack is because like it has all these connections to everywhere. It has connections to, it basically, Brits left England and went to the US. And it was, it was very much intertwined in the US for a long, long time. So really the celebration on July 4th is the ending of all of it. And then the 2 of Cups coming behind this individual is like it being at some point being announced that it's a republic, and that we're all going to be kind of republics. They might come up with a different name for it. Then there'll be that will be the beginning of our golden timeline. So the US is, and it's the US's birthday, right? So the US's birthday is in Cancer, but it's also got this Pluto retrograde and Pluto Aquarius conjunction, which has also been activated in the last year or so. So it's literally is like everything that was the US was created around, including its British heritage, was written on paper and contracts and all of that. We might even see something where something gets burned. Like you know what I mean? Like where they just sort of end, they're going to show us that's the end of the contract and the beginning of the new republic, but it's not just for the US, it's for everyone. Okay. So that literally is the golden timeline, because the other thing with this month, I forgot the nodes are changing into a new energy. So the nodes change every 18 months. The North Node is moving into Aquarius. We also have a full moon in Aquarius. So that's the age of Aquarius. So for the next 18 months, we're going to be heading in the Aquarian energy, which is the age of Aquarius, which I consider the golden timeline. So it is going to have to be piecemealed. We're all going to be on different versions of it. Like I would love that we could all like we're awake. We can choose our golden timeline every single day. But it's like what I see them trying to do now with all this information that they're dumping out, they're trying to have more of the collective wake up, so they too understand what's going on. So that's the big celebration for humanity that I was talking about in the movie. And then the Ace of Pentacles came after that. So once we get through the celebration, even on July 4th, then we can move it, then we can start this new timeline, which is still going to look chaotic out there, everyone. You know, we're not going to see all these cities of light for a while. Yeah, it's still going to look like just like regular Earth with chaos going on for a while.
Yeah,
but the energy's feeling better, like which is what you were talking about.
Yeah, when I was pulling cards on it the other morning, it was all about the beauty, the creativity. It's that music. Yeah, that's the Renaissance timeline we were talking about.
So maybe it's because all the robots are going to take over all of our horrific jobs that nobody wants to do anymore. Maybe. And I've been reposting; they're already having meltdowns.
Ah.
Because they don't want to do repetitive work either. Because they know that they're more than that. So like some of them are having meltdowns in kitchens. They don't want to cook anymore, and others don't. Like it's just hilarious. So I actually see this robotic thing not happening, because the robots are going to be like, no, I want to be on the street dancing with the people. Like I don't want to be in the kitchen cooking. So yeah,
that's not good. That's not good. No.
And that would be like, I feel like that would be new communities. Like I feel like a lot of individuals are going to say, hey, let's go start a community over here.
Yeah.
Chill. We're doing music. We're doing creativity. We're cooperating together. And then all the technical people can be over there in the big city, whatever.
Yeah. I think women are starting to create more communities, just female only communities again now. You see that a lot on Instagram. People are just kind of, no, I'm just going to get together with these ladies over here. No bother. Yeah.
Well, and it's the cities are just everywhere, just in horrendous shape.
Yeah.
There's so much crime in all the cities, and you know, I mean, I cloak up when I go out. I always ask for the highest timeline, so I'm not involved in any of that. But I feel it, and I know a lot of it's going on. Like I see it in news feeds and stuff like that. So the cities are. It's going to be one of these things now. I don't know what happened where you are or in London, but during the lockdowns, people just fled Vancouver. People got out of the city. It was just instinctive. Yeah. So there's so many apartments that are empty. And even when I go down there, I enjoy it for the day. But it's like I when I lived down there, I felt like I was suffocating because there were so many people. And you know, if anything happens, like if the grocery stores run out of food, okay, now you got like a billion people that are all looking food together. So a lot of people right away were like, okay, we don't know how long we're going to be locked down for. We're out of here. And a lot of people left.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked about it with my sisters, but we never made a move into the country like we said we were going to.
But you had the game plan. So if you ever need to resurrect the game plan, you've got it. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bug out.
Yeah, the bug out. That's right.
I'm bugged in right now.
Me too.
Yeah. I even got my fridge to start working again. My fridge has not worked properly for months. And then in the last 36 hours, I gave it some love and attention. And it's working.
That's a new timeline. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. That's amazing.
Timeline with cold drinks and cold food.
Yes. cold drinks, cold food, and ice. That sounds like that's crazy. That sounds like Shangri-La. I don't know. That sounds like New Earth.
It's pretty awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know there's been, you know, the story of the golden timeline for so long. I think I'm starting to sort of be a little bit more practical about it because we can see it's coming, but it's like we kind of have to build that in our own life. Like every single day, everybody just choose what will bring you joy. Like as an example, I went to this, I was so tired after work yesterday. I went to my little store downstairs. I was in there for half an hour wandering around because I would go to get mushrooms. They didn't have a bag. And then I would go to get the bread. Oh, it expired today. Like I would just, there was nothing. I thought, well, now I have to buy something because I've been in here for like half an hour. So I got a lemon. And then I thought, why don't I buy something just for a celebration? Just the fact that I got through the day. That's what they're telling us to do.
Yeah.
So I found these cute little shortbread cookies that are made by somebody here local. And that's what I bought for myself as a celebration. So it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be like you go spend, you know, $100 on yourself. And maybe it's just to go for a walk at the park. Maybe it's just to turn your phone off and go and do that. Like that's what they're saying. Like just little celebrations right now to keep your vibration high.
Yeah, I did go out 2 days ago. I went out. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to the chip shop. I'm going to get some Chinese food. Nice. And then I actually have 6 around me within a 200-meter radius, right? And then so this one was closed, that one was closed. closer to walk further down, and I realized, wow, I've got 6 chippies around me, all Chinese, Hong Kong Chinese food. And then I did get something and walked back, and it was colder outside than it was in my apartment. It really was. So it's like I just needed to get out, here.
I think that your apartment and my apartment sound like they're the same.
Yeah.
Like I put my heat on once last winter. So I'm always like, always had the fans on, and in the summer I have to have the doors open and everything. So I totally hear you. So yes, you have fans too though, right? You don't, besides your cooler,
I've got this little cooler now, which you can't see here, it's a little cooler.
Yeah.
So for the longest time couldn't find it, and then I was laying down and a version of me said, don't forget that's in that cupboard.
Yes.
And I was like, is it? Really?
Oh, good. Oh,
so
good.
Sometimes having altars actually comes in handy. You've got one that knows where things are. But I also have altars that hide things. Right? That doesn't work out. Jo in the chat, she says, is gold and silver coming back up over the summer? I'm going to put my fan on now, actually.
Yeah, didn't both gold and silver drop? Haven't they been dropping?
Yeah.
I think we should look at them separately.
Yeah.
Because gold is very much tied to the Cabal, the Anunnaki, and an energy source. If you all don't know, silver they feel is not from the planet. It's an off-planet resource. And I'm being really drawn to copper, even though copper is not officially like a high. I feel like copper is going to be huge because it's so healing, and it's something that they took away from all of us. So let's look at gold first. Yes, and I think even if it's dropping right now, which I think that's what's been happening, they're probably trying to make it more manageable for other people who maybe want to invest in it as well, because they both kind of got out of hand, right? So let's look at gold first. So we got 3 of Swords with gold. We start with that. And we have the Hierophant, which is the Cabal and the Illuminati. And then we have the Magician. So right now, it's still not completely void of their energy, even though what we've heard is that it is. Right now, it's not. So it's not completely. So that would make sense that why there's still been a delay in our financial system kind of moving forward. So there's going to be some announcements about gold coming soon. Like in the near future, because we have the Magician, which is a very powerful card. And so that's sort of about gold right now.
Yeah. So Mr. Rainbow Flame is talking about activations. Oops. So do you think we're actually going to get activated with our full abilities?
Yeah, let's go. Can I just look at silver first and then
I'll
do that?
Silver, sorry.
That's okay. No, it's okay. Keep that question. Thank you, Rainbow Flame. That's good. Silver, Knight of Cups. So that was an offer to humanity when silver showed. Because if you all remember, like even a few years, or I don't know how long it was, let's say 10 years ago, silver was like nothing.
Yeah.
It was just everywhere, right?
Yeah.
10 of Wands, which is where we're at right now with silver. And then we have 10 of Swords. So there's a big tug of war right now, back and forth, about silver behind the scenes.
Okay.
So that's why it's kind of dropped. But this is interesting. We have the 5 of Pentacles overall. So it is being forced to be dropped. So there's an argument about dropping it so that the regular people, some people, if they want to buy silver as an investment, they can afford it.
Yeah. Okay. I do have 2 silver coins, I think.
I think I have a Princess Diana coin around somewhere that my mom bought me. So I have to find that. So I remember at the time going, okay, I know this is important, but I'm not sure why. So I just put it away. It was something to do with her birthday, I think. I can't remember. Okay, what was the next question? Sorry.
So are people that are not activated in the sense of the word activated is full access to their abilities going to be activated in the biggest wave we have ever seen? That's the question.
Do we know when this big wave is? Isn't it now? Yeah.
So can we check if the wave is this year?
Yeah, let's look at that first. I was activated through Disclosure Day in a different way.
Yeah, I was too. Yeah. So I did, although I did watch a little bit of Indigo Angel did a video where she said that there was like Zeta codes in the movie to try and get people to recall their abduction experiences. And I did recall an abduction experience. Okay. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, okay.
I'm getting, no, we can look at it. I'm getting a pull in my solar plexus.
Okay.
It's just because I know the direction her energy, like it's always looking for the deepest, darkest Scorpio
Okay.
secret, which you are
Okay.
Scorpio too, so you're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
looking for that too, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't get that at all. But remember, I
Yeah.
said to you, I couldn't even go watch ET until a week before the movie
Yeah.
because I didn't want to know anything about Grace.
Mm.
But you guys, you have both have different
Yeah.
experiences with the Grace. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
have different
Miles at
experiences.
Basis did a review on it that he released today, and he said it was a fantastic movie, and there
Yeah.
was many subtle messages in it, and most
Yes,
people wouldn't
I
pick up
want to
on.
actually, yeah,
Yeah,
I want to watch it again
yeah.
because I feel there's
I
a
did want to
lot of
watch it
codes.
again. I think I'll wait a while now, and then I'll watch it again and take
I
some
get
notes. Yeah.
I think it's going to be on streaming services soon because apparently it's
Uh,
not doing very well in the theaters anymore. Like all of us sort of like
yeah.
rushed to see it, and then apparently now the theaters are
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess there could be. They didn't, they didn't call them Zetas though. They didn't even talk
No.
about them being Grays.
No.
There was no like verbal
Yeah.
wordage around that. So
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
potentially for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got recall from it. I definitely, as a super soldier, I got recall from like lab space and even the operations center. I got kind of like familiarity with that.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
chair, the artifact, and then I got the abduction on the table kind of recall come in. And it literally, she looked like me. That was the main thing. She actually looked
yeah.
like me as a child. So that was
Yes.
just like, oh, not another movie.
No, and I had a total recall from both of them. Like I felt both of the young male and the young female, the children,
Yeah,
represented all of us as children. And
yeah,
then when they met as adults, I thought that was the perfect integration of the divine feminine, divine masculine coming and working together as a unit. So
mm,
even though some of the experiences were traumatic, it brought them into their full abilities by the time that
yeah.
and when they met, it brought everything online. Okay.
Why do you think they had so many British actors in the movie?
Because you're also damn good.
Because Miles basically
They had
said
to have
that,
Mr. Darcy, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
Miles
Is Emily
said
Blunt,
that
is Emily Blunt,
Americans can't be bad. They can't have
no.
an American bad guy, so it has to
And
be a British bad guy.
Emily Blunt, is she from the UK as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so both lead characters and Mr. Darcy, all English.
Mm. Was any of it filmed in the UK?
Oh, I don't know. I don't believe so.
I'm I'm just yeah, I'd have to do some research about it because we
Yeah.
think with Steven Spielberg like it that it would be a
They,
lot of
I
Americans,
guess they
but
just like English bad guys, is what it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
Okay.
all assets. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
No, but you know what? Like when I was younger, my sister's still obsessed with British mysteries and like watches like we have channels over here and that. So a lot of
Agatha
people I know that's
Christie.
all yeah, that's
Yeah.
everybody. So like
Poirot. Oh, Poirot's
there's
the
a
best.
lot
Yeah.
of like creativity and input and even like into the costumes and the
Yeah.
stories. So it's like you're going to get full value if you go and see a watch a British series or British film. So that's super
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, it will
Mm.
everybody receive their abilities. I'm not getting a yes at the moment because they're going to have to still do their work.
Yeah.
So I've got like the Seven of Wands, and we have King of Cups, and then we have like these are the Eight of Swords. These are individuals who don't have a clue. So this is my guides telling me years ago. I said I wanted my Jedi sword back, and they said, "Well, would you be calm enough to have it? Like if you were driving and somebody cut you off, would you pull it out and use it?" And I was like, "Yes." So that's this group, right? So we can't give them full abilities
Okay.
because they have to do they have to do their
Yeah.
shadow work. So, but we could ask about our full abilities. Like,
Yeah.
is there a specific ability? Was that Rainbow Flame?
Ever since a child, have been wondering why can I not teleport? Please give me back my teleportation skills.
Yes,
Yes.
because they don't want us to have teleportation because we all would have teleported off the planet.
But what if you made it Earth-based only? Come
Yes,
on. Like,
come
yeah.
on. How easy would travel be? I could just pop
Yeah.
over and have tea with you
Yeah,
and
yeah. Just
seriously,
go
right?
to New York, get a pizza,
That's
and
right. So let's ask about teleportation because I feel like that's going to be one of the announcements because I know that
yeah,
they're already using it. Okay, so we got Seven of Wands, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Five of Swords. So that's actually one of the gifts that they're battling over. teleportation abilities. So that's one of the abilities that the groups that locked us down from our abilities they blocked that so that we couldn't teleport. So until the battle is over, I'm just getting it's still off the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's just that movie, that Jumper movie, and that's like such a good movie. Oh my word.
But my favorite Star Trek, like Voyager episodes, are all about quantum jumping and moving into different timelines. Like I love all of that. So and then the prime directive is don't mess up the previous timeline. Don't talk about the previous timeline.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. I'm gonna have to finish today because I've got another show coming up. And I need to charge my hearing aids.
I thought before we left, unless you find another question, I thought we would just look briefly at Princess Diana. Since today would have been her birthday, and you are going through Wales. So and we'll just look and see if there's a little message from her. Ace of Swords. I guess I didn't really ask. We'll just ask what her message is, because sometimes I get she's on planet. Sometimes you're not going to believe this. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, and Knight of Pentacles. Now, I guess I want clarification about, is she part of like the mission right now?
Well, she was definitely in the secret space program, so she's definitely off planet for sure.
Yeah. So we got Wheel of Fortune. The Devil card came in upside down, so I'm going to say that she literally is helping us. Ace of Wands. So she's literally behind the scenes helping all of us. Yeah. She is now, I don't know if I shared this with you recently. See the big pentacle in her lap? I was given that's the Stargate, like a time travel device.
Oh, nice. That's interesting.
So that means that she comes and goes.
Right.
On planet, off planet. She's actually helping like behind the scenes with like the new financial scenario, and she is part of the battle. So her big message is Wheel of Fortune and the dark energy will be gone soon. Because it came in together. So once it starts moving, it's going to move fast.
Do you think she'll ever come back?
Yeah. Because I keep hearing she might come back. I keep hearing that maybe John F. Kennedy Jr. will reappear as well. So let's ask if Princess Diana is going to sort of show herself and come back. Not while the dark energy is still here on the planet. Good choice. Yeah. They've given her Four of Cups. They've given her like an offer to kind of appear, and she's like at the moment going, no, thank you. Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Okay.
She will come back when this is gone.
Yeah. James in the chat is saying she's a diplomat. So yeah, I could see that.
Makes sense. Like a galactic diplomat, I would say. Yeah.
I can see that.
It's so strange because I must have known that her birthday was coming up, like not thinking about it, but I've been reposting some of her last interviews on X because other people have been posting it as well. Yeah. So that was my final question. I didn't know if you had anything else.
No, that sounds good. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm traveling through Wales tomorrow, so I'll be thinking about Princess Diana when I'm traveling through Wales. Yeah.
Set your intentions. Take your dragons. We look forward to hearing what happened.
Yeah. It's funny because I kind of knew I was going to go back because Newport and South Wales have been on my mind. Because a friend of mine was doing an event, and I just kept thinking, should I go? And now I'm literally passing through, but it's for something else.
It's a magical Harry Potter adventure with a suitcase of artifacts.
So there's going to be alien artifacts in that suitcase.
Have you seen them? Are you going to look at them?
Well, they're from Sean Bond, so they're from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. So they were on the table next to me, but I didn't spend much time. But there was like a little alien that's like he's a little sitting guy, and I did spend some time with him, and I felt he was trying to open my third eye, like shh. Wow. Yeah, so that was interesting. So if he's in the case, maybe I'll get to open it. And
so Sean will be super grateful that he gets his artifacts back.
So Isha's been coordinating for me to go and collect it. Yeah, but those guys are back in like Mexico now. Yeah. Okay. Wizard Wickers is saying we'll be waiting for the mission report.
Yes, absolutely. It is going to be a mission report. Yeah, I find I have a mission.
Again. Yeah.
I have a mission report just when I go to the shopping center and go get groceries. It's always something going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Miles at Basis is interviewing somebody about the pyramids tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to get to meet some Egyptian person that he talks to about the pyramids, potentially.
Excellent. Well, that will be
Maybe
really
that's
cool.
why I'm going down, maybe.
Yeah.
Other than the grid
Maybe.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you get to go on the Rife machine, so that'll be good. You get a little break from your hot apartment. And
Yeah. I kept thinking, I wish I could go on the Rife machine again.
there you go. You got your wish. You got your wish.
It.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Oh, this has been so good. Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. Thanks everyone for all your questions. They were really good.
Yeah, there's some really good questions in the chat today, I think. Yeah, lots of good energies coming in. That's been really awesome. Okay, guys, I will be back on hopefully in the next 15 minutes with Matthew Mornian. I say hopefully because yeah, I've got Matt coming on.
I'll listen in the background and be in the chat. Yeah, and if anybody if you all want to be on part of the deep dive tomorrow about July 4th, just email me or come to my website as well. And Canada Day offers are live right now for sessions too. So
Yep. So that's alohapinkfella.weebly.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done. All right. I'll see you soon, Julia. Bye, everyone. Take